You think you know me. You think you know the girl they wrote about in the files. The girl they folded into a paragraph and stamped with the word risk. As if prediction is prophecy, and prophecy is truth. But let me introduce myself properly anyway, because I'm not who you think I am, not the story you were handed. I'm not the case notes somebody typed in a rush between home visits and supervision visits and meetings. I'm not the girl they misdiagnosed, misunderstood, minimised, and then moulded into a cautionary tale, just so their decisions would look clean on paper, when the truth is it really doesn't. I'm the mother that survived things they didn't bother to protect me from. I am the woman who asked for help and then watched the door shut. I am the girl they left with a violent man, and I am the girl they blamed when the inevitable happened. I am the name on a file that they closed, even whilst the bruises were still visible. And you built your whole narrative on that version of me. They handed you the too young, the too damaged, the too at risk. A story that made your role feel like saints. A story that made your role feel noble, clean. You never met me. Not really. You met a shadow of me that the system projected onto a wall, told you it was safe to love, only if I stayed far away. And so you've kept me there, haven't you? Not because I was harmful, but because the truth is inconvenient, isn't it? How do you reconcile raising children who were taken on predictions when the mother they came from still has a child in her care, now raises her child safely, lovingly, successfully, without a single concern? How do you explain that contradiction without interrogating the foundation of your comfort? How do you hold them in your arms and say your mother wasn't safe, your mother isn't safe, when today I'm the evidence that I always could have been if someone had just helped me instead of abandoning me? I wonder if that keeps you up at night, because it should. Hey, Bailey and Willow will not accept a softened version of events. Your version of events will not live forever inside the script that you've curated, just to protect your comfort. One day they're going to see everything. The files, the timeline, the inconsistencies, the SARS that now sits in my hands, with more redactions in it than truth. They'll read the letters and birthday cards that I've sent every year with my whole heart and no bitterness, and only love and respect towards you. They'll see the way I speak directly to their souls, due filter, soften, and withhold my letters. They'll see the woman I've become, not the girl that you imagined, and not the stereotype that you've relied on, and never the shadow that you needed me to stay. Do you know what's going to hurt them the most? Not that you adopted them, but that you keep me out, that you mistake silence for safety, you mistake distance for protection, you mistake your comfort for their best interests. Because you didn't just adopt children, you adopted their story, and you changed it to suit your version of events. The truth always has a way of resurfacing. It always has, and it always will. So let me say this plainly. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not a threat. I'm not a ghost. I'm not the girl in that file. I'm the mother that lived through hell and came out whole. I am the woman who's raising their brother with a kind heart and a clear conscience. I'm the one who's never stopped loving them, even when the world tells me I should disappear. And one day, when Bailey and Willow want to know who I am, who I really am, when they go searching, as they will, I'll greet them with the truth. Not the story you were given, and not the story you've told them, and not the story you needed to believe to sleep at night. I'll greet them with love, with healing, with accountability, with evidence, with reality, and with the version of me that has always existed beneath the rubble that they built around my name. This is not a warning. It's not a threat. It's a revelation. I am not who you think I am, and I never was. Bailey and Willow will one day know that for themselves, because I'm still here, still loving, still growing, Still fighting and still telling the truth. My name is Anna. I'm their mother. Not in competition, but in truth. Truth? That's never needed permission to rise.